mic?
That's my end. My bad. I had Twitch.
Oh,
I had
because
Twitch.
I was,
I had Twitch up.
cause, oh, because I was about to say, because the mic I have, the Blue Yeti, it picks up like the TV from my mom's living room. Like that's
Okay.
how good it is.
No, it was my end.
That's good. You good, man?
Well, we better change the title, huh?
I mean, it's funny. I have like my normal like OBS setup, but I just put like a Kingdom Hearts 3 wallpaper as the overlay, and I still got the webcam and thing up
Ah,
just for the hell of it.
definitely going in the IRL category. All right. Let's see. All right. What's up, everybody? This is Seijexs. We're gonna be doing a podcast today with my good buddy here, Seijexs. I'll drop the link for his stream as well because I believe he's live.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And
So
for the people hearing me and on my stream, I'm Seijexs, or people call me Seijexs, even though Seijexs sounds pretty more badass than Seijexs. So this is my first ever podcast, so let's see how it goes, man.
yeah, it's my first ever as well. So I mean, and it's me, so we don't have anything crazy to worry about. We're just gonna have fun. We're gonna talk Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I like the overlay you got.
Oh yeah,
You
I
got
definitely had to do it. I'm doing the wallpaper just for the hell of it.
yeah, I like that. All right.
I kind of copy other like content creators on YouTube whenever they talk about stuff, and they always have wallpapers. Like, oh, here's the wallpaper of whatever we're talking about.
Yeah, I could have done that, but I just didn't. I waited to the last second to get everything going, and then I had more questions than I did anything else. So
Nice, but yeah, bro.
yeah. All right. So I guess for the first half, we're just gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and we'll just bounce some questions off of each other. And then the second part, we'll have Seijexs talk more about us about the 2.5, 1.5, Dream Drop, all that stuff that I have not played. And then the final part, we'll talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. So for the first part, we'll just talk about Kingdom Hearts. And so I guess the first question for me to you is, how old were you when you first played Kingdom Hearts?
All right, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you backstory with that answer.
Okay.
Okay, I think it was like 2003, I believe. I'm not sure on the year, but I was in middle school for sure. So I was probably 13 at the time.
Okay.
And I just recently got into Final Fantasy like maybe the year before that because I've actually blurted out on one of my streams that Final Fantasy X was my first Final Fantasy ever. And whenever I heard that Kingdom Hearts was a thing, my friend told me you gotta play this game. It's Final Fantasy characters with Disney characters. And I was like, dude, that is so gay. Why?
Oh man.
That was like 13-year-old me. Like, why? Why would you have Cloud, Squads, and Don Titas, etc. Like with Disney characters? So middle school me was like, okay, I'm gonna try it because it was actually on sale. My parents got it for me like for my birthday, so I played it. So 2003 ish, like I would say, my birthday's in the summer, so summer 2003. That's when I discovered Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Okay. So 2003, probably in middle school. I think I was probably about the same. I was in probably middle school as well.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
think we were all like middle school because
Yeah, it came out around that time, so definitely for me. And I was always a Final Fantasy fan. First Final Fantasy game I ever played was Final Fantasy 8. Moved up from there, and then Squall was in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I had to get it. So
I still remember when Squall like showed up that first scene in Traverse Town and you had to fight him. I'm just like, whoa, bro, we're fighting Squall. What the fuck?
Yeah, I knew who he was, but didn't he? Doesn't he have a different name, or does he go
Yeah,
by
he goes
Squall?
no, he goes by Leon, but we're all like,
Yeah,
I was like, bro, you're Squall. This Leon bullshit. I know you trying to do a persona, trying to be all badass and stuff, but like, bro, you Squall.
yeah, it's definitely Squall. I
Like
don't
you
know why they
Squall, bro.
changed the name. Maybe because the Leonhardt necklace that he wore. I'm not sure. Uh,
Probably.
yeah,
Because they probably just Disneyfied it because Squall Leon Harden or like I call him Leon just for the hell of it because probably little kids who are like oh little kids are gonna play these games so they just Squall might be hard for a 6 year old to say so they just call him Leon.
that might be true because it was a
uh,
Disney. It's more Disney, so you're probably right for the younger generation.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it started for me. It started off as Disney, but I feel like Square just kind of took over the series. It's like they still have the Disney stuff, but the way the story is, it's like it's gone more Square. That I'm like, is this even a Disney game anymore?
I agree. There's not even many. Like, there's Disney worlds, but like most of the characters are Square Enix characters now. So I do agree with that. What made you
Yeah,
interested
but
in Kingdom Hearts? Was it because of Final Fantasy?
like that's literally like 99% of people's answer. Like the answer to that is like yes. The only reason why I gave it a chance was it has Final Fantasy in there because by that before I played it, I already beat 10, which was my first one, Final Fantasy 10. I
Yes.
played 7, 8, and 9. So I was like, screw it. I don't have anything else to play because they announced Final Fantasy 12 at that point, but it wasn't even out yet. So I'm like, okay, I'll play Kingdom Hearts 1. That's the only Square game I haven't played. So I'm
Okay.
like, I gave it a chance right there.
Final
And
Fantasy.
like, I didn't buy it. First of all, I rented it for the people watching.
Oh
We
wow.
used to we used to have a thing called Blockbuster back in the day. I rented that bitch at Blockbuster.
Blockbuster was my dream job too, so that's where I always wanted to work. I love Blockbuster, man. So that's kind of sad. Um, Final Fantasy was not the reason why I got into Kingdom Hearts. I've always been a Disney fan. Always watched all the Disney movies, and so when I saw there was Disney coming with Final Fantasy, I had to jump on it.
Not believe me, like everybody watched Disney growing up, but I mostly got into the series because of Final Fantasy characters. I'm just like, I just want to see how they mix Final Fantasy and Disney. I want to see where they're gonna go with it.
Yeah, they did a really good job too on the blending. Um,
Believe me. And then like what, 15 plus years later, and you have like all these games
yeah, a
and
lot
you
of
never
games.
thought like okay they're doing the first one okay it ended cool but then like when they came out with the second one I was like all right they might have something going here they must be making money.
Yeah, I agree. The second one stepped it up. I actually like the second one better than the first, but I really love the first one because it's the original. But the second
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
there
it's
was
always the
something
original
about
that's
it.
gonna be better.
Yeah,
It is because for me like Kingdom Hearts felt more Disney-ish on the first one
yeah,
than the rest of the games.
I agree. The second one, they took it to a new level with the whole fighting and just the way they changed everything. But I enjoy both.
But I enjoyed it even though like whenever I did my stream on the first Kingdom Hearts, I'm like, oh my god, I need a reaction command so bad. I cannot do this because by that point, I've already played so many Kingdom Hearts games. I'm expecting like some type of combo or a reaction command, but I was like, oh damn, there's not a lot of that in the first one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
That's why whenever I stream mine, like I took my time, but then like I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this seriously. Like I'm gonna go in order anyway. So I'm just like, I'll get to the second one eventually.
Yeah, I took a long time to beat the first one. Honestly, when I first played it, I didn't even beat the first one. I got to the final battle against the guy on the beach. I could not beat him. Not as a kid.
I
Uh,
remember I beat it because
Ansem.
back then
I think his name's Ansem.
especially like when I rented it at Blockbuster. Like for me, I use Blockbuster as my test run for games if I enjoyed it, because there was no way I was gonna beat Kingdom Hearts. Like I forgot what was the thing back then. they let you rent the game for what 2 or 3 days, and then you have to return it
Yeah, it was
or
two or
something
three
like that.
days. Yeah. Yep.
And I'm like, that was I didn't beat Kingdom Hearts in 2 days.
No, no way.
There's no way.
No, you couldn't.
But like what I did, I got like, okay, I enjoyed it, and then like my birthday was like literally like maybe like the month after, and I got it for my birthday. So I'm just like, all right, oh, I got it. Now let me finish it, even though I restarted over just to like, because back then I was like, oh, you have to pick the sword, the shield, or the staff. I'm just like, god damn, thank God they got rid of that shit.
Yeah, when I first got it, I didn't have a memory card for my PS2. So I've had that, and I had Final Fantasy X, and I literally did not turn my system off until I got a memory card like 2 days later.
Jesus Christ, the good old days of memory cards.
Yeah, I'm glad we're done with them.
The good old days.
Yeah, good days of not
You
having them or not having enough space. I mean, we still run into that now, but it's easier.
literally, literally. I remember a memory card, 8 MB. Ladies and gentlemen, hell the fucking childhood.
Yeah, I think that was the maybe you could get a 12, but I'm pretty sure maybe 8 was the
If you were
highest.
rich, 8 was the highest.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
like if you had one,
Yeah.
and like those were the good times where video games, all you had to do was pop open that PS2, pop in the disc, and you didn't have to worry about a damn patch
That's
or a
very
day
true.
one download. Those were
Yeah,
the
I
good old
agree.
days. Kingdom Hearts 1, like for me, Kingdom Hearts, it's like one of those series that you never knew. Like, people have always done like fan fictions of stuff, but like Final Fantasy and Disney, however that incident came to be, like, I don't know who the hell thought of doing that. I hope they did. I hope they got a big ass race or a big ass promotion back then.
Yeah, they had to. Square Enix gets pretty crazy anyway in general, so that had to have been them. There was no way Disney brought that to the table. I would have expected.
Because I read an article like a few years ago that Disney and Square they were in the same building at one point. I don't know if it was like a building in Japan or in America, and I heard that there was like a conversation in the elevator. It's like
So it was
they
just
were
a
like, "Wouldn't
joke.
it be fun?" That was a joke.
Yeah, it was just a joke, and they
So that
brought it to
was a
reality.
yeah. They were like, "Oh, will it be funny if Square did a game with Disney and they just laughed it off?" I'm just like, you never know.
Yeah, you
Like
never
you
know.
never know what's gonna happen.
And now it took off, and people want a third game, which they probably didn't even want to make 3 games. Maybe that's why it's taken them
I
this
bet you
long.
back they probably thought it was gonna be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, they probably only had plans for making one.
Like
But
the first one, people may hate, like they love it because it started the series, but gameplay mechanic wise, it's probably like the weakest.
the first one, yeah, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
gameplay mechanic, but I still prefer Kingdom Hearts 1 game mechanics than the freaking Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories was a terrible
God,
game. We don't even talk about that one. Why was it
like it's
even a card game? Where? Why? It made no
because
sense.
it like okay for me because I bought it on the Game Boy Color because it used to be a Game Boy Color game.
Okay, I had it on PS2.
Yeah, well, it came out on Game Boy Color originally, but then they remade it on PS2.
Oh, okay, I did not.
Like it
Yeah,
literally came out on
there's a lot of them on the like on the Game Boys. I've never played any of them. It should have only
yeah,
been like a
like
PlayStation.
because Chain of Memories was the only one on the system that is actually canon to the story,
Yeah, it goes with the story,
which yeah,
or
Chain of Memories is actually canon.
really? That's really
I
weird.
hate it.
Why did they be? Why? What? Why did they become cards? What's the backstory on it?
The what I understand, I I never beat that fucking game because I was streaming every Kingdom Hearts games on my stream.
Yeah.
I still gotta do Recoded, and that's another game that I hate. But we'll get onto that later. Recoded, but Chain of Memories, I hated the card battle system. I bought it on PS2 back in the day. I never beat it. I don't even think I got past the third world before I gave up.
I I literally just put the game in, found out it was a bunch of card games, and I like quit it. Never picked it up. I will watch you stream it. Recoded. I've never actually even heard of that one. Is that
But
fairly
we'll
new?
get to that one later. But Chain of Memories, whenever I streamed it, I didn't even play the game. I just went on YouTube, played the damn movie with the gameplay for the bosses. That was it. I'm like, we're watching this. I'm
That's
not
awesome.
playing this. I want to know what the story is, even though there wasn't really a lot out of it. Which I don't like. It's canon in a way, but with them bringing back some of the people from Chain of Memories from Organization 13
Yeah.
into 3, now like that game actually matters now. I'm just like, oh man, I'm actually have to go back and play this thing. Like I might consider playing it, and that's like a stretch if I do.
Yeah, I'm never playing them. I'm just gonna be blunt and honest. I will never play Unchained. I'll watch you stream the video on YouTube. I won't be watching it. As far as
Uh,
me playing it goes.
Believe me, I don't want to stream it, but if I literally have nothing to stream, I
Yeah,
might
man.
consider doing the playthrough of it.
Well, I like what you do on your stream because you actually turned some of them into movies. You turned what was it, X amount of days? You turned that into a movie.
Yeah,
Like
like
360.
Chain of Memories. I just because
Yeah, you did all
yeah,
that.
like yeah, 358 over 2 days on the HD collection on PS4. It
Yeah,
actually comes as a movie. There's no gameplay.
there's no gameplay.
It's like they redid it as an HD movie.
Okay. Because, yeah, you streamed all of that. And I did watch a little bit of it.
Oh my god, man! Like I have never even played that game because like the only thing like Kingdom Hearts is like it's a great series, but where they messed up a lot throughout the years was releasing like the side. Like people only played 1 and 2. They're like, oh, I'm gonna wait till 3 because
Yeah,
people back then, hell, we had to buy a PSP for Birth by Sleep. Then we had people had to buy a DS for 358 over 2 days.
yeah.
And then they had to go buy a 3DS for Dream Drop Distance. I'm just like, really? We got to spend money on
Um,
all these systems so we could just know what the hell is going on in the story?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the money to do that. I had a PS2. I didn't have a PSP. I didn't have a DS or a 3DS. I do now, but I didn't back then. So I only played the first two, and you would thought, the first one came out probably 2002, 2003. The second one came out
Yeah,
what,
Kingdom Hearts 1 came out
2005?
2002.
Yeah, 2005, 2006 for the second one. So like the third
The
one,
second one.
you would have expected like 2008,
Eh,
maybe 2009 on the PS3. No, 10 years later, we're still waiting.
well, but you know what they're doing with when since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in Japan, which is 2005, if it comes out 2018, I'm saying if,
If
like at this point
they could
with
still push
Kingdom
it back.
Hearts, like with all the stuff coming out this year, are they really gonna risk Kingdom Hearts getting their ass kicked by Red Dead 2
Yeah, we got Red
or
Dead
like
2.
Spider-Man on PS4? Are they gonna risk it?
We
No.
got Spider-Man. We got now Spyro's gonna be in the big one. You
And then
have God of
and
War.
Spy, yep, God of War next week or 2 weeks or whatever.
Far Cry's
Like,
also
are
doing
they really
well.
gonna risk? Like for me, I won't be mad if they push it to 2019 for Kingdom Hearts 3 because they're gonna get their ass whooped
It'd be
with these
smart.
other mainstream.
I would push it back.
Yeah, because Spider-Man, it looks amazing.
Or Christmas
Red
Day.
Dead, that has Game of the Year candidacy right there.
Red Dead probably will be. Yeah, it probably will be.
And, pl- and plus, I want Kingdom Hearts 3 to be complete. I don't want Square to release Kingdom Hearts 3 and then we get the Final Fantasy 15 treatment.
Yeah, I
Or
barely played 15, and I know there was a lot of DLC on it. And yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
don't
because they
want.
came out with the Royal Edition where they added like 6 more bosses. I'm just like, so I paid $60 for a beta a year and a half ago.
Speaking of
Like, are you
DLC,
serious?
we're in an era where there is DLC. It's gonna be now. I know it would be smart for them to package worlds in a DLC bundle. Like, hey, you buy this bundle, you can get like a couple other worlds, but at the same time, that's gonna
Yeah.
suck. But you know it's gonna happen. It's got to.
It- But yeah, but back then Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and like the other ones, it was already a completed game.
It was a complete game. Yep. That won't
But
be like that.
the question is, are they gonna do like they're gonna do like the set worlds for the main story? But
Yep, that's what I'm
what
thinking.
I think, what I'm thinking they might do a DLC like a DLC pass or
Yeah, like a season
like a
pass.
season pass. I was like, I'm looking for that word, season pass.
Season pass, yeah.
Like, you know how they had like the secret bosses in Kingdom Hearts, like
Yes.
like
Yeah.
in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, where you get to fight Xemnas and Hollow Bastion.
Yep.
Like they could do that. Like, oh, there's a new world, and you do it, and there's like a secret boss.
Yeah, they could do that.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think the DLC will affect the main story, but they're definitely going to have some sort of DLC. It's Square Enix. Square Enix is known for it now, so they have to.
Yeah, unless they could do something with Olympus Coliseum,
That would be cool, and that would
like
actually be
adding more
smart.
tournaments.
Yeah. Yeah, because there won't be any like
But who knows?
online, so that would be pretty smart.
Or like online ranking for gummy stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Man, I wish they would get rid of the gummies, honestly. I didn't enjoy them.
Yeah. Like I hated gummies. It's funny how we were like, let's start with Kingdom Hearts 1 and we're all jumping timelines.
Yeah, we're all over the place, but gummies was in the first one, but I didn't enjoy them.
Yeah. Oh, I hated gummies on the first one. I enjoyed it on the second one. I am not gonna lie.
Better on the second than on the first.
Like I don't know if it was the gameplay mechanics or was it the music. Like
Probably
I feel like it was
both.
like both.
Probably both. It
Because
just
Shinomura, she's a goddess at making fucking badass OSTs for this series.
yeah. Yeah. Do you have a favorite character from Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2? And are they two different ones?
Like it'll be like the typical answer to say Sora, but
Really?
Riku has grown on me. I might have to go the Riku route.
Riku's always been my
Like
favorite, and Axel.
Riku's my everybody loves Axel. It's like a given. Like Axel
Yeah.
is like he's like a fan favorite. He's like to me, like I don't know. I've compared this to Walking Dead. Like Axel
He's
and
Norman
Daryl
Reedus.
Dixon and Walking Dead. They like the only reason why Axel is still alive and it has a plot point going into Kingdom Hearts 3 is because of us, the fandom.
Oh
The
yeah.
reason why Daryl or Norman Reedus is Daryl and Walking Dead is still alive is because of the fan base.
That's true.
Axel/Lee is still alive. It's because of the fan base.
Yeah, he's gonna probably most likely die in this third game though. I mean, he's got to.
Yeah, unless they give him some plot armor, which is like out of nowhere, which might retcon like stuff from previous games.
I don't know, man. They gotta end it. They gotta end it so that they gotta have to kill him off.
Yeah, because with the new game, we'll get to that later whenever I'm explaining what's going on.
Yeah.
But he has plot armor.
Yeah,
like
he does.
he has fan plot armor.
Yeah. Is there any of the characters' hairstyles that you like the best? Unfortunately for me, it's also Axel.
Yeah, let me see. My favorite hairstyle.
Yeah, it's always gonna be Axel for me.
Like I like the red, but if I could get Axel's red hair
Yeah,
and like probably put it into like Sora's hairstyle, I'll dig it.
that might be pretty cool. Yeah. All right. And any favorite side characters from the first game and the second game?
Not Donald.
Not Donald or Goofy for me. I like Jack Skeleton in the first, and I like Simba in the second.
Let me see. First one. Ooh, man. Jack is a good one because I don't know. He's like the only one I use. Like
Tarzan.
whenever I went to other,
Tarzan was pretty
Jack
good.
is good in the first one, and
Yeah.
the second one, I might have to lean towards like whenever you get to play as Riku, in the final stage, because I wasn't expecting that like towards the end of the game.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, it's gonna be Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Nope.
Riku there is a backup character, just him in the background fighting. I never thought they were gonna put him in the party. I'm just like, oh shit,
It was about
Riku. I'm
time.
like, this is my new favorite character.
Yeah, Riku's always been my favorite character for, right up there with Axel. It's always been them two. But yeah, I
No,
enjoyed a lot of the
like
side
very,
characters. Any side character that you do not like, besides Donald and Goofy?
dude, that is so cheating at that point.
Because nobody likes
Okay,
Donald.
he never fucking heals me. Like if I were to say like the one I hated the most in the first game was Ariel,
Same.
because I hated controlling that world
I hated that world
so bad.
in general. Yeah, I didn't
Like
like anything about it. The boss battle
that
it sucked too.
yeah, because I feel like they made it into a musical world because they probably saw that people bitched about the gameplay mechanics of underwater.
They could have, yeah.
So that's why I dislike Ariel as a character because of the gameplay mechanics of a world. If it was like the music, like if it was like something different, I would have been like, I would have hated another character, but I would have to put Ariel as my least favorite for the first one.
Yeah, for the first one,
And the
Ariel.
second one,
Winnie the Pooh for me on the second. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, like like for me in the second game,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember because I actually enjoyed everybody.
I think I enjoyed everybody
Let
in
me
the
see.
second.
Like I didn't really hate anybody in the second game, but I hated Hercules because he was being an emo bitch for like half the game,
Yeah,
and he wasn't even playable.
that's true. Who
Like
did you get?
I'm like,
Orin? I think you got Orin.
like you get Orin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Orin. I was like, all right, I'll take that over Hercules. But Hercules was being an emo bitch like half the game. Like,
Yeah, he
oh, it took
was.
him like literally 3/4 of the game. It took us 2 times to go to that world and do story for him to realize that I'm a hero and blah blah blah. Love matters. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you could have done that the first go
Yeah, you
around.
could have saved everybody at the beginning. Yeah, I
And then
agree.
like I'm gonna ask you, let me see, I'm gonna ask you a question. Like for the first two games, everybody hated Winnie the Pooh. Like
Mhm.
if they were to bring that shit back in 3, would you be pissed?
You know it's coming back, and no, I won't be pissed. It's coming back.
like it's like a guarantee. It's like, oh, people hate this, but we're gonna put it in there.
They're gonna
Especially
put it
with
in
them
there.
doing a lot, and then especially with them doing a live action Winnie the Pooh movie now.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh my god, Winnie the Pooh might actually come back for
that
3.
might be your DLC. Just throw that out there. I mean, it could be in a bundle.
But yeah, but then like I saw the trailer for the new Winnie the Pooh trailer.
Yeah.
Like it looked like Winnie the Pooh was on freaking meth, and then you have General Kenobi. You have Obi-Wan Kenobi playing Christopher Robin. I'm like, all right, you got a fucking Jedi playing Christopher Robin.
Yeah,
I see where you're going with this, Disney. You're only using General Kenobi just to sell tickets.
I agree. Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh did look weird, but I don't know. I've always been a fan of the Winnie Pooh movies, but I do not like them in Kingdom Hearts. There's something about
I
it.
didn't like.
I just don't like
I hated the mini games in those fucking books.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Finding all the pages sucked. Everything about that I didn't enjoy.
Especially like you had to do it if you wanted to get the Ultima weapon for materials. I'm like, oh my god, I need to collect the Winnie the Pooh pages so I could get a certain item so I could make the damn Ultima weapon.
Yeah, they
Why are you
force you to
making me do
find
this,
them.
Square?
Yeah, they force you to find them. So luckily, if you have like the walkthroughs, you can find them that way. If not, good luck. You're gonna have to YouTube it. Because some of them
Yeah,
are
but back
hidden
then,
pretty well.
yeah, but back then internet connection sucks. So I
True.
didn't. I bought the strategy guide for the second game,
Okay, I have them both. Yep.
but I think that they might be in the attic. I don't even know where they're at.
Mine's on this little bookcase behind me.
So yeah, but dude, like once we got to Kingdom Hearts 2, bro, I feel like the game changed from there.
It did. I agree. It took a step up because you got the overdrives, which you didn't have in the first one, I believe. He completely changed
Yeah, the
his
overdrive.
uniform. His uniform was really nice, Sora, in the second one.
Yeah, because that's where I feel like they started like Square started taking over because
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 1, they made the Sora outfit from the first game. They were trying to do the Mickey Mouse colors, like the yellow shoes and all that, and like the red shorts.
Yep.
They were just trying to do like Mickey
Yeah, I agree.
for
Which,
Sora.
speaking of Mickey, why haven't we been able to play with Mickey on the team, really? Maybe he joins you one time in the second
Well,
game?
in the second game, whenever you die, I don't know. Like, I don't know if Square doesn't want us to control Mickey as the main character because,
Or he should just be
they're
more
like,
of a playable
Mickey.
side character.
Yeah, but because how Disney is, like, they get so ridiculous. Like, oh, we can't have Mickey,
True.
being like in the main violence. I'm like, y'all gave that dude a Keyblade and y'all don't want him to fight.
That's
I'm
true.
like,
They don't want him fighting. Cause
I feel like how they say that there's like we'll get to that later in the stream whenever I explain the other stuff, the other games outside of 1 and 2. But I feel like they just wanted Mickey in there just for the brand.
yeah, you could be right on that.
Like, but even though like Nomura has so many storylines, he wanted to involve Mickey, but Disney, they were like, yeah, y'all can do this, but y'all can't really do that. Like
Can't
we
make
can't
him
have our
violent.
characters be doing like some extreme stuff. I'm like, you already have Mickey fighting Heartless, Donald and Goofy, and other Disney characters. It's like they're
True.
they're fighting darkness to protect the light. Isn't that like Disney-ish already?
Yeah, I mean it kind of is. Disney's had some dark movies in the past, so I don't know why we
Yeah,
can't
but
use them. Don't know why we can't use more Mickey.
no idea. But hopefully in 3, like I feel like in 3 we might get it with Riku. Like with Riku, like controlling Riku and Mickey will be your party member.
You'll definitely get to play Riku in the new one. New one, I'm sure. If not, he better be in a DLC bundle, a Riku bundle. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm getting a shout out in my comments. Yo,
Nice.
Nisa, welcome to the stream. Kingdom Hearts podcast today. No gameplay. That is so weird. Streaming and no gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, if you do this, if you stream after the podcast, I mean, you could play gameplay
That's true.
because it's
But
only
I might just do the podcast today just for the hell of it. I
yeah.
want to try something new because I've always wanted to do something like this.
Me too, man. I've always wanted to do stuff too.
Because okay, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts. It's a good idea. Like in the future, like I want to do like a Dragon Ball podcast, or something like that.
You know, I would do Dragon Ball Z with you, man, but I haven't watched this episode of Super.
Yeah.
I have not watched anything since GT, my friend, and it's been a while. And I know Super just ended, so
Yeah.
now what are you gonna do? Because all you were doing was Dragon Ball Z reviews.
Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Super is over for now.
You're gonna have to jump on something else. Naruto, One Piece.
That's what my coworker told me. It's like, oh, you gotta watch Naruto or One Piece. I'm like, dude, One Piece is like 1,000 episodes. Does
Yeah,
it look like I have the time?
you're gonna have to start
And like
from
in Naruto,
episode one.
eh, and then Naruto's like a lot of that shit is filler.
There's a lot of Dragon Ball Z that's filler too.
Yeah.
That was
Yo,
true.
Nissan, who doesn't love Dragon Ball, man? Who doesn't love Dragon Ball?
Yeah, I thought about asking you to do a
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, but there was no way. I can't keep up, man. I don't know. I don't know anything about Super. That's why I couldn't do it.
You need to watch it.
Yeah, I should. I should start from episode one. Be honest with you. I mean, I can. Um,
You can, but we gotta get back to the Kingdom Hearts topic before
yeah,
we go to
man.
Z.
You wanna just start talking about and catching us up on the second part? You wanna take a break, or are you good?
I'm good, bro.
All right, cool. Yeah, just catch us up because I have not played 2.5. I'd never played 1.5. I didn't play Dream Drop. I've only played 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2, you basically know the story, right?
Yeah.
Well, then you have Chain of Memories in between 1 and 2,
Okay.
and 358 over 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
somehow in
that
the
besides what I watched off of your stream.
yeah, because one and two, one is the intro to the story. You get like the heart, the introduction to the Heartless and like Ansem, and you were like, who the fuck is Ansem? Blah blah blah. We kill Ansem, and then two, they bring in the nobodies, and Zemnis is Ansem's nobody,
Yeah,
and then like it just ended up being so much like they dropped so much shit in the second game. It's like, oh, Ansem wasn't really Ansem. The real bad guy is Xehanort,
yeah,
who stole Ansem's name, and I'm just like,
that's
and
true.
then he just named his Heartless. I'm just like, wait, what?
When
I'm
they
like,
threw
I'm like
the
16 at that point. I'm just like, what the fuck happened? Like, who the fuck? Like, oh, that's the real Ansem. He's Xehanort. I'm like, who the fuck was the first bad guy?
That's true.
I'm like, oh, that was just the Heartless.
When they threw the nobodies in, I'm like, what the hell are the nobodies? You know? So I'm like,
Yeah, and like with me playing like some Deep Drop Distance. I'm not Deep Drop Distance. The Chain of Memories
yeah,
on the game. Whenever it was on Game Boy, I somewhat knew what was going on in the second game,
that's good
even
because
though
I
I
didn't.
didn't know because I was like 16. I'm just like, okay, Organization 13, but we only fought like six of them. Where the hell were the other ones? And
It's
they're
true.
like, oh, they died during Chain of Memories. I'm like, all right,
Right.
roll with it.
Yeah, that was one game I wasn't gonna even try and watch the story on that game.
Yeah, and he's Kingdom Hearts is like one of those game series. Like, you think you know what's going on.
You
Like,
really
I
don't.
think I know what's going on, and I've played most of them or watched the ones I didn't like on YouTube, and I still don't know what's going on half the time.
And when this man here, Seijexs, doesn't know what's going on, that means probably nobody knows what's going on because you played everything.
I played almost everything or watched it.
Yeah,
And like I'm even asking myself the question, is the damn mobile game even canon to the story? Because some people say yes, other people say no. I'm just like, okay,
I played that
fuck
mobile
me,
game.
man.
I played it for a little bit,
Yeah.
but like every mobile game, I end up dropping it like after a month. I hopefully that is not
Yeah,
canon to the story. There's no way. There's no way.
yeah. Even the someone on my stream is like they only played one and two. I'm just like, because the whole system thing back in the day, you have to buy a DS, you have to buy a PSP.
Yeah, that's true.
But
So,
yeah,
so
well, let me
what?
explain how
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, what are the
well, let me
nobodies?
the nobodies from what I know are the empty shells of when somebody loses their heart,
Hmm.
they they get split into two, a heartless and a nobody. The heartless is like the soul or the heart or whatever, and the nobody is like the empty shell, like of the human or whatever, or whoever lost their heart.
Okay.
Apparently, but back then in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's like, oh, nobodies they don't have hearts, right?
Right.
You play two, you kill all the nobodies because they want to form Kingdom Hearts because they want to get hearts. But apparently, in the first game, they wanted to do Kingdom Hearts because they wanted to destroy the light. So I'm just like, okay, what the hell is Kingdom Hearts? Does anybody know? Nobody knows.
Nobody
Apparently,
knows.
it's the door to light, and then like, oh, it could give us like we could get hearts if we do Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, okay, and then you do Birth by Sleep. It's like, oh, I'm gonna open Kingdom Hearts because I need to do, the all ultimate Keyblade. I'm like, so what? Like, they keep changing what Kingdom Hearts does, like in every single game. It's like, what does it really do?
Yeah, that's why I don't think they meant to even continue after one game. They really had no real storyline that they were going to. They just started throwing random shit into games and just coming up with crazy storylines.
Yeah, like some of them, like it makes sense, but I feel like they had the retcon stuff from previous games, so they were like, okay, this needs to make sense.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah,
Uh,
whenever like two happened and then Roxas was revealed to be Sora's nobody, and you're all like, okay, whenever other people became heartless, like Axel still looked like Axel, and etc. Everybody in Organization 13. It's like, why did Sora's nobody look different? I'm like, they never explained it, right?
That's true. I felt sorry for Roxas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like so Roxas is like one of those characters. I don't know why people hate him.
I don't hate Roxas. I like Roxas. How could you hate somebody
It's
like
like,
that? He had a shitty year. Like he got to have the time of his life, and then it's just gone. Sucked.
they're asking me a question on my stream.
Okay.
Yeah. Could you give me a rundown on Keyblade wielders? Are there any? Are they special, or can anybody have a Keyblade?
No, there's definitely
Uh,
special.
Apparently, back in the day, you had to have a heart of pure light, but then I don't know where everybody could have a fucking Keyblade. Like
Well, certain guys can have
Kyrie wants a
keyblades.
Keyblade now. It's like Kyrie was a Princess of Heart, but now she's one of the seven lights. I'm like, is she a Princess of Heart, or is she like a Guardian of Light? I'm like, oh, let's give Kyrie a Keyblade because why not? Like it was never really explained until Birth by Sleep.
Okay. I don't know why she
Like,
got one, or even what
so
she really
I'll
is.
get to that in a minute, because
Yeah.
because I gotta Chain of Memories. That game was bullshit with the whole cards,
Yeah.
and then 358, 35 whatever number 358 over 2 days.
Yeah. I always get the
Six
number
six
wrong.
six over 2 days.
Yeah, I get the numbers wrong as
Like
well.
you intro, yeah, it's like it's 300 and something days over two.
Right. It's like a year.
It's the Kingdom Hearts. It's the Kingdom Hearts with a bunch of numbers in it.
That's true. Yep. And it's sad.
Like
It's all sad.
when the Yeah, because whenever I saw like on the HD collection, I was like, thank God they made it into a movie. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch it. It was like 2 3 hours long, and like, okay, I got like, you got to understand who the nobodies were and what they wanted to do,
Right.
and there was like beef in the organization, and that's why like half of them were missing in two because they went to Castle Oblivion, which was in Chain of Memories,
Okay.
which like they didn't even explain what the hell Castle Oblivion was until Birth by Sleep. It's like everything got answered in Birth by Sleep, like since that's the origin game. Well, it was the origin game before they came out with more origin crap.
Yeah, you're
I'm
probably
just
right.
like, there's like, yeah, it's like, oh, they went to Castle Oblivion because they were looking for whatever they were looking for. Like they wanted a, because they captured Namine, which was like what, Kyrie's nobody
Okay.
or something like that. Or like it was like a mixture of Sora and Kyrie, and they made Nominate.
Okay.
I never understood the whole Nominate thing, but I feel it's bad for her because I'm just like, for her, she doesn't even know what's going on because we don't know either.
That's true. None of them knew what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were trying to find like I think they were trying to find a way to become human again, and then obviously Sora, Donald, and Goofy they kill them off because
Right.
they were just trying to get out of there because they were being held captive at the castle. And then Riku had a storyline. Now I was just like, okay. In the end, that's how Riku and Mickey were in Castle Oblivion somehow. I'm just like, weren't y'all behind Kingdom Hearts in the realm of darkness? How the fuck did you get out? That was never explained.
That's very true.
I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, it's just plot.
Yeah.
At that point, it's plot at this point,
Yep. Had to fill it in.
and that's how they, yeah, and that's how they met the real Ansem in Castle Oblivion, and that's how Mickey and Riku got the Organization 13 type clothes, the hood. That's how they got the hood, and that's why they had it in the second game.
Okay, so it was Ansem really an evil person?
Ansem
Yeah.
at originally he was just doing research on on the heart and the heart of all worlds and all that. But Xehanort stole all his stuff and he just got rid of Ansem and he took his all his colleagues. Like Ansem's like workers and guards, they were all Organization 13 members.
Oh, okay. So he's pretty much just a research tech.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just a research guy, and Xehanort just like converted everybody. It's like, oh, you know, let's do like I'm gonna research Ansem stuff, but we're gonna kick Ansem to the curb.
Okay.
So it just disappeared. I don't know, like because I think Xehanort sent Ansem to the realm of darkness at one point, and that's how as the Xehanort got to control, the people that ended up being Organization 13.
Yeah.
Because that was all his master plan or whatever. Because he wanted people to become heartless and nobody so he could go on with his plan.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like so much. It's so much, and I don't even know if I'm making any sense.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. So what was added in 2.5? Was it just more battles or is there more story?
Well, like in 1.5 and 2.5,
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at the box right now. We got Kingdom Hearts 1. We got Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, which you got like the extra bosses and stuff that only came out in Japan.
Okay. Which were probably extremely hard bosses.
Yeah, and then you got Chain of Memories, the PS2 one, but I didn't play it.
Yeah.
I just got a movie from YouTube and just streamed it on my
Right.
channel.
I own it. It's just sitting right on this, and I will never touch it.
And then you got 358 over 2 days. Like
Yep.
I still gotta explain that because
Yep.
we're gonna the Chain of Memories events happened, but 358 over 2 days was happening also at the same time.
Okay.
And that's where Roxas discovered who he really was. Even the organization, they made a puppet called Shion. Like I think she ended up being like an empty shell of Kyrie or Sora or something like that.
Okay.
Which I still don't understand. But the Shion thing was sad. Like, if people were to go to my YouTube page that I uploaded that fucking stream,
I watched
like
it.
I cry like a bitch, man. I felt so like I felt them fucking feels, man.
You did feel sorry for her, that's for sure.
I felt sorry for her because they were
Man,
just using her and she didn't have like a like
sadly, I didn't. I didn't have any emotion for her. Just terrible.
like for me,
Just terrible.
I don't know why I did because they were all like because she didn't have like an actual face, but with Roxas and Axel,
Uh huh.
like Roxas put Kyrie's face on her for some apparent reason, but with black hair.
Yeah.
Because with Roxas being Sora's nobody, it's like okay, he remembers Kyrie, but with black hair for some apparent reason. And
True.
with Axel, that's how you see like the friendship, like like the friendship they had in two. I wonder how they became friends. And you see in 358 over 2 days how that friendship came to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Axel definitely has a side for them. Yeah, I felt more sorry for Roxas than I did that girl.
Yeah, but I don't know. People want Shion to come back for three.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if she will. Wait, I have no idea.
who knows? Like, everybody's gonna come back because oh, Sora has to save everybody.
Does he? Does he save everybody? Or does it? Nah, it's Disney. He's gonna
No,
save everybody. I was gonna say,
it's,
or does Sora die? we'll
I'm,
we'll get to
I'm just
that
like
later.
it's still Disney. It's like, oh, everybody's gonna be saved. I don't care if you hate this character, and it's like people hate Roxas.
That's
I don't know why they hate Roxas. He's coming back.
yeah. Roxas will
He
be
has
back.
to come.
Yep.
They're like Shion. Like people hate Shion. They're gonna make her come
Yep.
because that actually gets explained in another game on like why she's fucking important too.
Okay. All right. So I
It's
guess
like everybody like there's like with it being like Disney based, it's like you can't really kill off anybody.
no, you really can't. You really can't. Yep. All right. I guess continue
Uh,
catching us up on what I guess connecting the chains.
all right, yeah, Nisa, we'll get to that question when we get to Kingdom Hearts 3 only, because
Yeah.
that's actually a section. Because there's a section that we're all like, what do we want for Kingdom Hearts 3? What's our expectations? What worlds? What do you think the story's gonna be? We'll get to that question later.
Yeah, we will.
I actually got a Kingdom Hearts 3 question. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
Okay, cool. Yeah, when we catch up, I got plenty of
Man, but
Kingdom Hearts 3 predictions and stuff, so I got plenty of questions to ask you.
yeah, I believe because right now with Just Nissan, he's played only 1 and 2, but he wants me to catch him up for 3. So it could somewhat make sense.
Yep.
Because 358 over 2 days.
Yeah, jump into that.
Shion was just a puppet by the organization to wield a Keyblade so they could collect hearts along with Roxas. Because you know how they did that in Kingdom Hearts 2, right? They needed Sora to kill Heartless so Kingdom Hearts could get bigger.
Yeah.
In the world that never was.
Mm-hmm.
That plan was already in effect in 358 over 2 days.
Okay.
Because because Sora was asleep at that point, so they were just using Roxas and Shion to get Kingdom Hearts started while Sora slept.
Right.
I just like it that they try to close everything, but it really doesn't make it makes sense, but it's kind of they're just cramming it in there so it can make sense.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. They just started throwing a whole bunch of backstory in to catch you, pretty much connect everything together.
Okay, I got a question, Rex, for 1 and 2 from a viewer.
Yeah.
What world did you like and dislike in the first one and in
man.
the second game?
Yeah, we answered it. Was we both hated Ariel, and we didn't hate any from the second game, I believe. And then the world that I liked the most in the first one, man, it was Jack Skeleton, and then so Halloween Town, and what was my second one? It was Simba. Whatever it's called, Lion King. That was my favorite.
Let me see. I think I said the world I liked in the first one. I would have to say Hollow Bastion because that's where all the story just got interesting,
Yeah,
and then
I
you
like
had
Hollow
Beast.
Bastion. Hollow Bastion's
And then
music was the best music in the game.
Yeah, and then you had the Beast from Beauty and the Beast as your party member. I'm just like, all right, let's go tackle this big ass castle with the Beast.
I liked Beast, but Beast pissed me off, man. He would charge in and get killed by the dragon a lot.
That's the only thing. That's the only downfall. That's where I would trade him in for freaking Goofy.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
And then the world I hated in Kingdom Hearts 1 was freaking Atlantica.
Yeah, same here.
I hated the gameplay. The gameplay for the underworld, the underwater thing was bullshit. It was so stupid.
Yeah, I didn't like it
It's
either.
straight up, I know this is gonna sound dumb. I like Winnie the Pooh better in Kingdom Hearts 1. I would love to play that fully than to do Atlantica in the first Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I liked Winnie the Pooh better than Atlanta. Another world I liked in the second game was the book, the old school world. It was old school Mickey Mouse. I actually enjoyed that area.
Yeah, because I remember when I did Timeless River in Kingdom Hearts 2, I was 16 and my mom she liked to watch me and my brother play. And she was like, oh, I remember when I was growing up and I used to watch, Disney in black and white. I'm just like, she got a good throwback out of it. It's they're teaching y'all how Disney was back then.
Yeah,
I actually like that.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. Some of the mini games, sure, kind of were pretty tough, but I actually liked them.
Yeah, and for me, I still gotta answer my favorite world and least favorite world in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
Oh man, that's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
I would like to say that Twilight Town was my favorite whenever you controlled Roxas.
Yeah, I think you said that. That's what you said.
Yeah, because you got to play as Roxas, and we were like, "Who the fuck is Roxas?" And then you play as him for 2-3 hours, however long it took the player to play, the intro.
Yeah, the intro.
Because for some reason I kind of got attached to Roxas in those 2 or 3 hours.
Me too. I felt sorry for him. Yeah. I
And
wanted
then my
to,
least favorite world in two, man, that's a hard one.
yeah, I didn't have a least favorite. I actually enjoyed all of them, unless I guess you could consider Winnie the Pooh, but Winnie the Pooh was
Yeah, I would like.
okay.
I actually enjoyed all the worlds, but I would say Winnie the Pooh because I did not want to do the book again.
Yeah,
Like that's the only reason why I hated it. I was like, oh, I got to redo the book, even though it was different. I'm just like, it's still doing the same thing. And two, they picked the right worlds, in my opinion, because I was like, okay, we got to go to Mulan. That was sweet. We got to
Mulan
go
was
back to see
nice.
Hercules.
Yeah,
Like you got to go, do more tournaments at the Coliseum, especially in the underworld.
yeah, I agree.
You got to go to freaking Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, they had some balls doing that. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean was like what PG-13 or something like that when they came out.
Yeah, and it dealt with like skeletons and shit. So I mean, it was pretty cool.
You got pirates, guns, and
Yeah,
rum and alcohol. I'm like, all right,
yeah,
you guys are getting a little bit darker on the Kingdom Hearts. Lion King was like, Lion King was like the what the fuck world for me because I was like, they actually pulled it off.
they did
I'm,
pull
I'm
it
just like,
off.
I'm just like, okay, we get Sora as a little lion,
Yeah,
and we get Donald actually flying.
yeah, yeah.
Donald actually flies in that world, and
That's
then
true.
Goofy was a turtle, and I don't know why. To this day, the way Goofy just spins around in that world, I'm just like, how do you fucking do that, Goofy?
He just spun around, but he
Like
would
that's
slaughter everything because he was unstoppable in that world.
it was like. So that's like my favorite and least favorite worlds from 1 and 2.
Yeah,
But we got to go back to the time, like, because 358 over 2 days,
yeah,
basically, Shion was an empty shell for Sora and or Kyrie or whatever the fuck she was. She's something,
right.
you know. That's how you know Kingdom Hearts is confusing, because there's some more serious Kingdom Hearts people on YouTube.
Mm,
Just like they're like I'm a like people say like, damn, Jesse, you're a diehard Kingdom Hearts fan. It's like I think so, but I feel like there's people on the internet on YouTube that they review all the breaking news, all the rumors, all the leaks. Those are the real people. They know more than me.
yeah, we got people that do that, but I do consider you a diehard, you know. So if I
Like
have any
like
questions, I
I'm a
always come to
diehard
you.
like I'm a diehard fan, but who's casual. Like, I'm a casual diehard fan. I'm
Right.
like I'm the casual diehard guy, because I'll be like, I'm down to oh, whenever they announced three, I lost my shit. I was like, oh shit, it's actually fucking happening now. When like they announced a new Final Fantasy, or like they announced something like to me that I consider hype. I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking hype. Like
Yeah.
I'm that guy. Like the other people on the internet, they're like freak out, like big time.
Yeah, a lot of people freak out. I haven't had to freak out in a while because I did when they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake, but then they started delaying it. Now we're never gonna get it. So I haven't had a freak out moment in a while.
No, I think the last one I had, I feel like the last like freak out, before I even did well, I did like I reacted to the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers. But
Yes.
the last time I literally freaked out was probably whenever they did the Toy Story trailer. Like I fanboy because I was like, holy shit, they're doing Pixar now and they're doing fucking Toy Story. It's like they know that the people playing this game, they're in their 20s and 30s now. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay, let's hit them with Toy Story. I'm like, I fanboyed, and then whenever they finished that trailer and they put 2018, I was like, oh shit. I remember,
Yeah, same here, man.
I
Toy
remember,
Story.
and I, I remember I was doing the reaction video, and actually, like I got on my bed behind me, people watching the stream, and my dog was laying down, and he was like, Archer is coming, it's finally coming,
Yep. Which
and like
I'm hoping
my
it
dog,
gets delayed, but it's coming.
yeah, I'm hoping like I'm one of those people. It's like people wanted 2018,
Yeah.
like wait it off a little bit.
Yeah. Let's get a more complete game. And and they'll capitalize on money.
But yeah,
But
it's money. But,
it's all about
but
money.
let me finish 358 over 2 days so I
Yep.
could move on to Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
Basically, the ending of it, Shion and Roxas fight. Obviously, in the original game, you control Roxas, you defeat Shion. Because if I say die, people don't die in Kingdom
People
Hearts.
don't die.
Apparently,
Yeah.
we defeat them. It's like how many times have we killed Hades?
Yeah, you just
How many
defeat them.
times have we killed? Just defeat them.
They can't die,
Like
man.
Shion
It's the world of
disappears.
Disney.
It's Disney and like. Yeah, but let me finish this, Rex, and I'm gonna go take a leak real quick. All right.
Yeah, man, we can take a break.
Like, Roxas leaves the organization in the end of the 358 over 2 days. And that's where Riku fights him in the end. And Riku beats him by turning him into Ansem from the first game.
Okay.
And that's how the real Ansem, the science Ansem, that's where he transports Roxas into the Twilight Town that we play as in the second game. So they can use him to wake up Sora.
Mm.
But give me 1 second, Rex. I'm gonna go take a leak, and we'll continue.
All right.
We'll start on Birth by Sleep.
Sounds good. I'll throw up the BRB.
All right.
If I was any good, I would have threw music up for you guys. But at this point, it would take me a minute, and he'll be back.
Alrighty, Rex. I'm back, man.
All right.
Okay, Birth by Sleep. I doubt you never played that one either, right?
Nope, never played that one either.
Yeah, like that one. I remember I played that when it first came out in 2010. But even though I technically never finished it because I was at college at that point.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Now that I think about it, it's like I played Kingdom Hearts 1 when I was in middle school. And Birth by Sleep came out. I'm in college.
Yeah, and you're still playing it. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I never
I was
played
like
it.
13 when I first played 1. I was 20? 21 when I played Birth by Sleep on PS3?
Yeah, probably right.
No, I was 20. I just recently turned 20.
Because what? You're a little bit older than me,
Jesus.
right?
I'm 28 right now.
Yeah, so you're 2 years older than me.
Yeah, I'll be 29 in June.
Okay. So.
Yeah, like later on in the stream, since I've already revealed my age, like whenever we do our Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all a joke that I told myself a long time ago, like for Kingdom Hearts 3, since that was like never coming out back then.
Okay.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
All right.
Birth by Sleep, it was like the first game, that you don't play as Sora and the rest of the people. Well, you had 358 over 2 days on the DS, but I didn't play it. I was enriched to have a DS because I had to pay tuition and shit for college.
Yeah, same here. I was in high school. I didn't have one.
But I had a PSP because for the real people on my stream or on Rex's stream, if y'all had a PSP before Birth by Sleep to play Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, y'all the real MVPs.
I never played that. My wife played it. Yep.
Now that's the only reason why I got a PSP in the first place,
Okay.
just to play Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Because that's how the Final Fantasy thing. That's the only reason why I started playing Kingdom Hearts. You could tell the Final Fantasyism.
That's right.
If it wasn't for Toonami back in the day reviewing video games, when they reviewed 10, I would not be here right now.
What, Final Fantasy X?
Yeah, whenever how Tom and Toonami when they used to do Toonami Monday through Friday, because I used to do it just to watch Dragon Ball Z and like Yu Yu Hakusho and stuff.
Yeah.
When they review video games, they review 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I'm like, okay, I gotta check out this Final Fantasy 10. I'm like, okay, there's like that's how like there's like that's like my like the true origin story on how I became a Final Fantasy fan. It's next to after school cartoons and or anime on Cartoon Network.
Okay, that's cool, man. My uncle played Final Fantasy VIII, and I just fell in love with it.
No, believe me, I think after 10, I played 9 because I rented it at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
But that's another story. That's like another podcast right there, like Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, we could do that later on.
Yeah. But Birth by Sleep, it's the first game where you don't play as, Sora, Donald, or Goofy.
Okay, you don't
or
play
Riku
them.
or the others. It's set 10 years before the first game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which back then, I was like, okay, this is the origin story, right?
Right. It's the origin to the origin.
It's like, oh, okay. Because every game starts off a series, and then for some reason, they always do a prequel game. And that literally defines the series, will it bomb or not? For some reason, Birth by Sleep worked well, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, it worked well. And I'll get to that right now. I know you want me to get to it, right, Rex? On why I think it worked out?
Sure, yeah, get there.
Yeah, because you have Terra, Ven, and Aqua, right? Terra, he's like the strength guy, right? He's like the tall dude with the big ass keyblade. It's like, okay, this dude is strength. Then you have Ven, who looks like Roxas. And I remember playing this on the PSP, and I was like, why the hell does this dude look like Ven? I mean, like Roxas. I'm like, why does he look like Roxas? I'm like, that'll probably get explained later on in the game. And then you have Aqua, who's like the first, like legit female character that we control in the series. So
Okay.
girls that play Kingdom Hearts back in the day, they were all like, oh my god, we finally get to play as a girl who wields a keyblade, like actually control her.
True.
But then like the game was so strange, like in the beginning, play as each character, and each character had their story. But it all it's like you play as Terra first, then Ven, then Aqua. Like you do Terra, you play his whole story. Then you do a new game, then you pick Ven, do his story, but then you get to uncover more stuff. You do Aquas, you unlock more shit, and that's where it comes together as a story.
So that's 3 games in one. That's pretty cool.
That's how I enjoyed it on PSP, even though I never finished it because of college.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I started Twitch streaming and I actually did Birth by Sleep fully, because back then on the PSP I only did Terra story and a little bit of Ven. But me being in college, I got drunk at a party, and I don't know why the fuck I had my PSP in my pocket. I lost that shit.
Oh no.
That's why like on stream I was like, I thought you played every single game. It's like, no, I haven't played every single one.
Nope. You have now though, right? I'm pretty sure you have.
I have
now.
Yeah, on Twitch I have.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, stuff makes sense now.
I feel like streaming forces you to play games that you just didn't beat when you were a kid.
No, believe me, people want me to stream Final Fantasy 12, and I hate Final Fantasy 12. And I'm just like, why do y'all want me to stream it? I'm like, I hate that game. It's like, we want you to play it because you hate it. I'm like,
I get asked to play it
I'll
too.
consider it one. I'll consider it one day whenever like the game is like less than $20.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for it to drop down to 25 or 30, and I'll grab it then. I'm not paying 50 for that game. I hate it. But
Yeah, that's me right there.
I've been
You
asked to
know,
play it as well. Angie's asked me. A lot of people have asked me to play it. I just don't know.
and Angie told me yesterday that that's her favorite Final Fantasy. I'm just like,
I know it blew my
oh man,
mind.
hermanito, why?
I'm like, you haven't played any Final Fantasy games if that's your favorite.
It's
uh,
like I'm gonna admit, like whenever we do a podcast for Final Fantasy, I'll reveal which ones I've played and which ones I haven't.
yeah, same here. I haven't played them all. I've played the select few.
Yeah, that's me too. I haven't played like all of them, but I know
Yeah,
the characters because the city of Final Fantasy.
same here. All right, so
Yeah,
so what?
we're,
Where are you at? Birth by Sleep.
oh, I've already beat it. Like I already beat it.
All right.
I beat it like maybe 2 months ago, like
Yeah.
fully, and with the secret stuff.
Nice. So then you're all caught up.
Yeah, because
you're just waiting on the new one to drop.
yeah, well, yeah, basically, because yeah, because Birth by Sleep, it had 3 games in one, right? Because you got to do Terra story, Vent story, Aqua story, but throughout their stories, they bump into each other. So I'm like, okay, you're playing as Terra, you bump into Van, and then whenever you do Van stuff, it's like, also, this is what he was doing before he bumped into Terra, or
Okay.
whenever they bumped into Aqua and stuff.
So they weren't like a team. They weren't
No,
a group. They were just individuals.
they were just individuals.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Because the story is, they all want to become Keyblade Masters, and they do the Mark of Mastery exam in the land of departure where they live at. And their master, Ericus, which is backwards for Square, for Square Enix, Ericus.
Yeah.
And then he has like another master, Master Xehanort, which is like is the original body of Xehanort. He's already an old man.
Okay.
So they do the Mark of Mastery. You know, Terra, like Van is like the newbie because they don't want him to become Keyblade Master, and that gets explained later on why. So Terra and Aqua are trying to become Keyblade Masters. They do the test, and they have to fight each other. But Aqua passes, but Terra fails because Terra has darkness in his heart, and that would make Xehanort keep an eye on him because like, oh, this guy has darkness in his heart. And Xehanort is like the bad guy,
Right.
who stole Ans's name. It's like, okay, Xehanort, we know your fucking name. That's how you really look like. Why were you young? Why were you young in the second game?
Right.
And I'm like, why are you old in this game and this is the prequel?
Oh, that's okay. That's true.
And I'm like, okay, you're old. I'm just like, whenever I was playing this, I'm just like, okay, I'm in my late 20s now. I'm gonna take a guess on what's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna say it until I get to the part of the story where it actually happens.
Yeah.
And because Terra fails, he tries to do his, he tries to like, but Xehanort disappears for some apparent reason. But he's off doing some shady ass shit. It's like it's Xehanort. We already know your name from Kingdom Hearts 2. And
Right.
like, oh, that's the real bad guy. It's like, hey, he's doing some shady shit. So Erica sends Aqua and Terra to go investigate a new evil that arose, and it wasn't even the Heartless. It was like negative emotions that turned into monsters. So they called them on Unversed. Because you got Heartless, you got Nobodies, right? For the first 2 Kingdom Hearts games, then
Yep.
you have Unversed, which is negative emotions. I'm like, roll with it.
Okay.
I'm
So
like,
so
okay, roll with it.
so Disney's completely against all bad emotions.
And like all your bad emotions, you know,
They only want
and
happiness.
like they want like whenever people are like, they sense negative energy, they are attracted to them and all that.
Yeah.
And then like like in those worlds, you go to Cinderella's world, you go to Snow White.
Really? Okay.
Says they're princesses of heart,
Yeah.
and
So does it show how they got
you go
captured?
to other world. Yeah, you go to Lilo and Stitch's world when Stitch was still in space before he even went to the movie. Like when the movie takes place in Hawaii.
That's pretty cool. I
It
like
was
that.
when he was. It was. I actually enjoyed it. I was like, okay, they actually did something. Like oh, Stitch is in space, so this is what might have happened if Kingdom Hearts is somehow canon to Disney movies.
Yep.
You get to go to Olympus Coliseum and you see teenage Hercules, like 13-year-old Hercules, which was pretty cool.
Okay, that is cool too. Yeah. So it
And what
definitely
made
acts like he aged as
yeah,
well.
he aged, so he was like a teenager, and in Kingdom Hearts that we know him, he's like what mid 20s,
Yeah, he's more of his adult
early
form at
20.
that point.
He's in yeah, like they just say he's like 21 to 25 at that.
Yeah.
Like at least it shows that okay, they aged, but yeah, like yeah, Disney Town, you know, not Disney Castle, but Disney Town.
Okay.
That's where they had mini games there, but they were bullshit too. They were so annoying.
The mini games always are.
Yeah, but what I enjoyed about Olympus Coliseum though, Rex, which was my favorite world
Okay.
in that game, you get to see young Hercules, and they added Zack from Final Fantasy VII, who was Cloud's best friend.
That's pretty cool.
Like, since you haven't played Crisis Core, you would kind of know. Like, you played 7, right?
Cloud doesn't
Fully,
know who Zack is.
huh?
Cloud doesn't know who Zack is.
Yeah, but he knows. But they added Zack in the Olympus Coliseum at Birth by Sleep.
That's pretty cool.
But he was a teenager though. Also, that what made it interesting. It's like, okay, Hercules is a teenager. They made Zack into a teenager, but he was still like, I want to be a hero type thing. That's what he does in Crisis Core. He wants to
Okay.
be a hero,
Okay.
and it fits with the whole Hercules thing because he's a hero also.
Right.
That's what makes it like that. That's what makes the game great, in my opinion. But then you have like obviously like the main. You have like the Disney worlds and all that. But then
Mhm.
you have Xehanort, who has a character that's like like his sidekick or whatever.
Right.
His name is Vanitas, and he's like he's covered up, so he kind of has like an armor, and his face is covered, so you can't really tell who he is. But he's like super important if he's like Xehanort's right hand man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, did you hear that, Rex?
What's that?
Rex, you got real quiet, bro.
I did. Uh everything should be okay.
All right, I hear you now.
Okay. I could have just been talking low.
Probably. Yeah, but also like Birth by Sleep served as a good game for like a lot of origin stories
Yeah, it really brought it all together.
all together. Like when we play as Terra, Ven, and Aqua,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna try to make this short as possible. You play as Terra, Ven, and Aqua. You go to the same worlds as all three of them, but the story comes together
Okay.
because Terra is trying to like get rid of the darkness, but the darkness keeps coming out of him. Like he uses the darkness to get at his like some tight shit. Like oh, I can't really do this, but he unleashes his darkness. And Xehanort throughout the story is like, you gotta use your darkness because light cannot exist without darkness. You gotta utilize it
That's
because
true.
you know, and that's when he starts believing Xehanort more than his own master.
Oh, okay.
And that's what like in the story it gets revealed. Whenever you do Vent's story, that Van used to be Xehanort's apprentice, but he didn't want to like do the evil shit that Xehanort wanted.
Okay, so he was
Which
like
I
kind
don't
of
know,
standing up
like
to him.
yeah, And then like, he tried fighting like for some reason, whenever like in the flashbacks, whenever he played as Van, Xehanort is training Van and he has the Heartless. He's controlling Heartless, which is I'm like, okay, this is a prequel. So he
Right.
has Heartless, but we're fighting something called Unversed. Why does he have Heartless already? I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
But Van, he gets defeated by the Heartless,
Okay.
and like Xehanort gets tired of his shit. It's like, you're not gonna listen to me because and then like he gets his keyblade and stabs Van when he's knocked out,
Oh
and he
damn.
gets split into two. But it's not a heartless and nobody type deal. It's like whenever Van, like all of Van's darkness got created into a whole different being, and that ended up being Vanitas, which was ended up being Xehanort's right hand man in the story.
Okay.
And Vanitas is actually in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer also.
Really? Okay, cool. So they're bringing it together.
Yeah. So Van is like Van, like the Van that we control is he's pure light, and Vanitas is Van but darkness, and that's what like it just gets super weird like after that like with Van
Right.
because it just gets weird as fuck because with every story, Terra does his shit, and then he senses a warm light when you're on the world map kinda. And there's like a cutscene on the world map where it's like, yo, what's this light? And you get transported into Destiny Islands.
Okay.
And that's where like Terra meets little Riku and little Sora.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like, Sora doesn't really pay that much attention because, Riku was more pure when he was little.
Yeah.
So Terra shows Riku the Keyblade.
Okay. Honestly, Riku's a little bit on the smarter side than Sora is anyway, so.
Yeah, because Sora was like he was waiting for Riku. Where they had the boats in Destiny Islands.
Yeah.
When they were about to leave or whatever. When they before they went back to the main islands and stuff because they were little.
Hmm.
But Riku stayed and talked with Terra and he told him because he sensed the good in Riku and he pulled out his Keyblade telling him what this is a Keyblade. This is to protect the light and he let Riku hold it. Where they hold the blade,
Yes.
and like Riku holds it, and Terra says, with this key for his wielder, you shall one day be.
Oh,
So Terra passed on the Keyblade to Riku that he was going to wield it one day when it was needed.
okay. Because right now he doesn't have a Keyblade, he has a sword, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Like for me, at that point when I played Terra's story first and he got the Keyblade, I'm like, okay, it makes sense on why Sora got the Keyblade in the first game because whenever like Riku got sucked into darkness and Sora ended up getting the Keyblade,
Right.
I'm like, okay, Terra's little ceremony wore off because Riku went to darkness and the Keyblade was still there, but the Keyblade probably sensed Sora's light, and that's how he got it.
Yep, you're probably right on that. Sora's more of
Yeah,
a light character.
yeah, yeah. And then like I remember in Hollow Bastion, Riku's like, yes, the Maleficent said that Riku was the original chosen one of the Keyblade, and I'm just like, okay, after watching Terra do that ceremony with Riku as a little kid, it's like he was the original, like he was supposed to get the Keyblade and not Sora,
Yep.
because Terra passed on the Keyblade to Riku and not Sora at that point. So Riku was the original bearer of the Kingdom Key and not Sora, but since he went to darkness, he lost it,
Yep. Yep.
which was pretty cool right there. I'm like, okay, the whole Sora getting the Keyblade thing makes sense, kinda, but then they just fucking erase that shit with other stuff that goes on in Birth by Sleep.
Right.
Because you do, because in Ven's story you get to see like Ven's origins,
Okay.
and Van lost his heart, and like way back in the day, like
Oh, okay.
a few years before Birth by Sleep. So there's like an origin to the origin.
Oh wow.
It's like it's so hard to explain Kingdom Hearts. Like
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is crazy.
it is because in the beginning of the Birth by Sleep, you see Xehanort holding Roxas and Destiny Islands, and for some reason, like Van wakes up because he lost his heart, but he woke up because some type of light brought his heart back, and it got revealed when Xehanort and Van's lifeless body without a heart was like laying there in Destiny Islands. Ironically, that was the day Sora was born. I was
Oh.
just like, what the fuck?
Wow. That's freaking crazy. Of
I'm
course.
like, okay, Sora was born at that point. So, Sora's heart, Sora's freaking heart of pure light
Yeah.
brought Ven back to life. And that's what made Xehanort take Ven to where Terra and Aqua lived to train so he could get better at the Keyblade.
Okay.
So that's like one origin story for Ven. Remember the Vanitas character I told you about, which is like Ven's pure darkness?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like Vanitas is Ven's pure darkness. If they fight, what Xehanort said, if Ven and Vanitas fight, they create the ultimate Keyblade, which is like I would say like the godly Keyblade, like the main Keyblade that opens up the real door to Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
But then when they fight and Vanitas shows his face, Vanitas looks like Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2, like the face.
Yeah, his
And
face.
there's a reason why Vanitas looks like, yeah, like he had a mask, but it kind of like went like he took it off,
Yeah.
and he looked like Sora.
Mhm. Could be the adult form.
Yeah, like like Sora's face and the hair and everything.
Yeah.
And the reason why Vanitas looks like Sora, because remember whenever Ven and with the day Sora was born, Ven had his heart lost, and Sora shared his heart with Van for
Yep.
some apparent reason. It's like I don't know how the fuck a newborn baby shares a heart with somebody they don't know.
Right. True.
I was just like, it's fucking Disney. Roll with it.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Okay. Sora shared Van's heart, so that's why Vanitas looked like Sora,
Yep.
right?
Right.
But in Van's story, you defeat Vanitas because you're fighting him like within Van's heart,
Okay.
and like if Van kills Vanitas, Van dies
Oh,
because
really?
you can't have
'Cause they
one
share.
side without the other.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
because
share
they
one
share.
heart.
Yeah, but at that point, Van didn't care because he only cared about he cared about Terra and Aqua
Right.
at that point. They're like, oh, I'm doing it for my friends. I don't care about the Keyblade. I don't care about this and that. So he kills Vanitas, or he destroys him because he's gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 3. He defeats him. You
Yeah.
can't even say kill.
You
You're like,
can't.
he killed Vanitas.
Nope. He defeated him. He ran away and retreated.
Well, how they disappear in the darkness. They're
Yeah.
just laying down defeated and then just disappear into darkness.
Yeah.
Like I assume that's how they died because Disney. Because you could just have a lifeless body just there.
That's true. Yep. Sounds about right.
And then what made it more interesting was Van looking like Roxas.
Yeah.
You go to Hollow Bastion. Well, Radiant Garden. Whenever it was Radiant Garden,
Mhm.
Van actually makes friends with Axel's human form.
Really? Okay. Of course he does.
Teenage, teenage Axel. His human form, Lee. Before he became a nobody, and they put an X in his name, and that's how he became Axel.
Okay.
You
Now,
know, you know what I read the whole X thing and the names
is that all
before
it
they
is?
became nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Lee is Axel. Because you add the X to Lee, and you switch the letters around, it spells Axel.
That's true.
And then like, Lee, it's the Axel's best friend was Seijexs. I don't know if you remember him.
I don't think I do. Not sure.
Yeah, they're BFFs. But
Mm.
like I like that was good because they do like a cutscene fight somewhat as the Van and Axel, Lee, his human form. And I'm just like, okay, I kind of like how they like I even said in my stream, like I even paused the game. I'm just like, holy fuck, I'm not fucking seeing it. It's like that is literally Axel and Roxas fighting, but it's Ben and Lee. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because at that point, I lost my PSP, and I'm playing this like a couple months ago. And I'm just like, holy shit! Van looks like Roxas. Lee is Axel's human form.
Yep.
Axel's human form met Van that looks like Roxas, and that's why they probably got along as nobodies.
That's probably true. Yep. It's
I'm
probably
just like, I was like, I had to pause the game. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Stuff makes sense. Stuff is happening.
right.
I, but the after that, you do everything, and then they explain that there was a Keyblade War before Birth by Sleep, like 100 years before that. So there was a Keyblade War, and that's where they awakened Kingdom Hearts the first time.
Okay. So it was just a war of
First time.
Keyblade wielders.
Yeah, there was like a bunch of Keyblade Builders, which is ironically the mobile game that's out right now. Unchained Key.
Oh shit.
That's the game that's the before the Keyblade War.
So maybe it
So I'm like,
is.
okay, my character on my phone is part of the Keyblade War. Amazing.
Maybe maybe it is somewhat connected then.
Like, okay, Birth by Sleep. You do Aqua's story. Aqua is literally the character that closes off everything.
Okay.
Because hell, she even has her own game, the 2.8. Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
I didn't know that was even a game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Aqua, she sees everything. She sees Terra's darkness is getting bigger. Van is just out there roaming the worlds, learning about his true past. So, she's trying to take Van home and trying to get Terra not to be in darkness. And she just like sees everything, and she gets the saddest shit in this in the game.
Okay.
Like, in the end of Terra's story, she sees everything that happens. You go to the last stage, was this, where the Keyblade War was at, but they call it the Keyblade Graveyard.
Okay.
That's where the final battle happens. Like the whole Vanitas, from inside his heart, and then you have Aqua fighting Vanitas, in actual human form, and Terra is fighting Xehanort.
Oh wow.
And that's how the young Xehanort came to be. Because the character model for Terra Rex is the young version of the Xehanort you see into The Apprentice.
Oh. Okay.
You remember the young version of Xehanort before he became when he was an apprentice?
Yes.
I don't know if you remember.
Is that? Let me Google image it.
You just put Xehanort KH2, apprentice Xehanort.
Yeah.
He's literally go imaging that.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Just just the hair to black, and that's Terra.
Terra. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the picture of Terra right now, so it's just darker hair.
Yeah. So basically, Xehanort saw he grew Terra's darkness, and Xehanort stabbed himself with the Keyblade in
Mm.
his body.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, because he wanted a new host, because he wanted to live to see another Keyblade War to emerge, which
Really?
hasn't happened yet, and that's why he needs Terra's body.
Okay. So he
And
enjoys seeing the wars.
yeah, he wants to like he's heard the Keyblade War in stories, but he wants to make his own.
Okay.
And then like like in Birth by Sleep, there were no gummies. They had like armor and like kind of like their Keyblade turned into like a ship, but they had
Really?
like full like like knight armor,
Okay.
like Terraven and Aqua.
Uh-huh.
So Terra's heart is in his Keyblade armor.
That's pretty
So
cool.
Terra is still alive somewhere out there,
Right.
but he's just armor. And he's kind of like. Have you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
Was that a yes?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm guessing you did watch it, right?
Yeah, I have seen it.
Basically, that's what Terra is. He's basically Al, but instead of like the blood symbol for alchemy, it's his heart. His heart is in his armor.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool though. Hopefully they keep. Maybe they could do that. Get rid of the gummies and change that.
I don't know. So that's where Terra is. He's in his armor somewhere. Or he could be in the Keyblade graveyard, where the Keyblade War was at.
Could be.
But Van sacrifices himself for his friends, to get rid of the Keyblade, the all powerful, most awesome Keyblade ever, to kill Vanitas, and then like Aqua defeats the real body version of Vanitas in the real world. But Van and Vanitas fought within each other's hearts, like like inside themselves or some shit like that.
Okay.
Because they fused into one to create the all powerful Keyblade. So they were fighting within the body of themselves.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know. It's just so, like that game it was like so much, but it made everything make sense.
That's good though. They connected it all together.
Yeah, and then what makes it more funny, which I feel like it's like the biggest like plot hole ever in Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Mickey knew Terraven and Aqua because they interacted within each other's stories. Like
Really?
Terraven and Aqua, they met Mickey. Hell, they even met Donald and Goofy
That's crazy.
with Yen Sid.
Huh. So
I'm
maybe
like,
so maybe Donald and Goofy and Mickey all know everything, but they don't want to tell Sora.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would be like some awesome information for Sora to have. I'm like, how do you know like you made friends with Terra, Van, and Aqua, and you didn't tell Sora or Riku?
Right.
Hell, even Kyrie, because she's more involved now.
Yeah. I feel like they would tell Riku and not Sora.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see for that.
Yeah.
But well, that kind of got explained in the newest game that came out last year, like a prologue chapter.
Okay.
But we'll get to that in a sec.
All
Because
right.
Birth by Sleep, Van sacrificed himself, but his body's still there, and Aqua recovers it, and he
Okay.
takes Van back to Yen Sid. And Yen Sid explains the Aqua that Van's heart is not even in his body anymore. That he's looking for a new host, right?
Yeah.
Like that it gets explained. Like in the game, you got to do Terra and Aqua story. You got to collect all the Xehanort reports, and then you unlock the real final chapter.
Okay. Yeah.
but before let me explain to you why Kyrie has a Keyblade real quick, and
Okay.
that's an Aqua story.
Okay.
Kyrie, as a little girl, lived in Hollow Bastion, or Radiant Garden.
Okay.
She got chased around by some unversed, and Aqua protected. Aqua and Mickey protected Kyrie.
Okay.
Even Kyrie knew who Mickey was before fucking Kingdom Hearts 1. Or she met Mickey.
Damn. Okay.
And the reason why Kyrie has a Keyblade, because she accidentally touched the Keyblade handle when Aqua wasn't looking.
Okay.
Protected.
Mhm.
So Aqua accidentally passed on the Keyblade to Kyrie without her knowing.
That's pretty cool.
See, I could tell they just BS that part. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna roll with it. That's how she got a Keyblade. We'll go with
That's
it.
how she did it. She made a connection by touching it.
Yeah, because Aqua was a Keyblade master at that point. So automatically she probably sends Kyrie slide and passed on the Keyblade
Right.
without even doing the ceremony thing. For take this Keyblade for his wielder you shall one day be. They probably just did it like heart to heart, because Kingdom Hearts, everything's by the heart.
True.
And then like whenever you do that with Kyrie, you get the Keyblade for Aqua that Kyrie had in Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm just like, all right, makes sense.
Yep.
That explains why Kyrie has a Keyblade. It's just like so much stuff. Like Birth by Sleep was like the seed that made everything make sense. Because
Right.
Aqua is trying to save Van. He doesn't have a heart because his heart is somewhere out there. And since Aqua became a Keyblade master, she got secret stuff. So she went back to where they grew up. But at that point, Xehanort has turned their home into darkness, and their master was dead.
Okay.
So, used her master's Keyblade to turn the place where they lived into Castle Oblivion, which was the place in Chain of Memories. So I'm just like, okay, they're making Kingdom Hearts. The Chain of Memories makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely tying it all together.
And then what makes it more funny, it finally explains why Organization 13 was in Castle Oblivion in the first place.
Okay. Why was it there?
Like, Aqua locked up Van in the throne room in Castle Oblivion because he was in an eternal sleep and his heart was somewhere out there. So Aqua locked Van in Castle Oblivion, and that's what Organization 13 was looking for. They were looking for Van.
Okay, they were looking for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said that Van could have been like something important to get their hearts back or something like that.
Okay, maybe he was the key to getting them back. Okay.
Yeah, but to this day, Van is still asleep, going into Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, he'll wake up.
Like his body is. His body.
Right.
But his heart is somewhere out there. And you get a scene with little Sora and little Riku. And Riku's being a smartass.
Yeah.
It's like Sora's all like, I feel like somebody's suffering out there. And Riku's like, Sora, close your eyes. Maybe you could talk to them. And then like you go, like the stained glass window place where you like always go in the beginning of the game.
Yes.
When you play Kingdom Hearts 1 and you go to the stained glass windows, like the platforms and stuff.
Yeah, all the beginning platforms where you get to choose everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's there, but it's like Sora's, like, like you see like the boat, like the wood boat they make and stuff, like the window. And then like you see Sora in the middle and then you see Van's heart like floating there.
Oh wow, that's
And he
crazy.
was, yeah, it's like, your light, Van's all like Van's heart is all like, oh, your light brought me here. Like, this is pure light. Is it okay if I rest here with you? So Van's heart is within Sora, and that's why whenever Riku went to darkness and lost the Keyblade,
Yeah.
that's why he went to Sora because Van's heart is in Sora, and Van can wield a Keyblade, and that's why in Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora could do two Keyblades in Drive form because he could already know how to wield a Keyblade, but the second Keyblade in Valor form, Master form, and Final form, the second Keyblade is because of Van's heart.
Really? That's pretty cool.
I'm just like, there is no way they had this shit planned like back then.
Yeah, because
There's no way.
I always
But
wondered
they
why
somehow
did he
made it.
have two Keyblades for? That makes sense now.
It kind of does. I'm just like, okay, it makes sense.
Yep.
I'm just like, because Van's heart is in Sora.
Right. All right.
And then like, there's two other games, bro. You got Recoded, which is like, that game is like so BS. It's not even worth it.
I don't even know what that game is, man.
Dude, it's like they go into Jiminy's journal to recover the data from the first journal that got erased. I'm just like skipping it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, then like they do like a data Sora, which is not the real Sora, but it's the data that was recorded in the journal, the memories, and and they created like a data Sora for the journal. I was just like, okay, cool. That game happens. Data Sora discovers who Naminé is, who Shion is, Aquaman, and Terra,
Okay.
and how they make sense. And basically, that game is like telling Data Sora, it's up to you to save all of us. It's up to you so we could, live a normal life.
Right.
Because when that game happened, Rex Recoded. Remember the message in Kingdom Hearts 2 that Sora got?
What was the message? What did it say?
Literally that game happened and Mickey learned the truth, and then that's where he decided to tell Sora about Terra and Aqua. It's like, you have to come to Yensid's place. We're gonna tell you about 3 friends that I lost 10 years ago.
Okay.
Or 12 years ago at that point. It's like, and then Sora, Riku go to Yensid's place, and that's where Dream Drop Distance happens.
That's when it took place. Okay.
They do like the mark of mastery and all that, and that's where you discover that that's where the real Sora discovers everything that happened and Recoded with the data Sora. It's like who Shion is, who Roxas is, Terravan, and Aqua. It's like, you could save all of them.
You could. They probably they'll try to.
No, I feel like it is gonna happen because there's no way, like,
Yeah,
it's Disney. Everybody's gonna come back. It's like, it's a given.
Yeah, they will. They'll tie it in.
Yeah, but what I love about Dream Drop Distance though, that's where like Riku and Sora do the mark of mastery.
Okay.
But they go into a slumber to do the test, and they go to sleeping worlds, and that's where the whole Dream Eater crap comes in. That's a new type of enemy, Dream Eaters, because you're in the dream world basically.
Okay.
You go to worlds that were sucked into darkness, but they're still dreaming. I'm just like, oh my god, they're doing dreams now.
Yep.
And that's where you discover, like, that's where it gets more creepy, like weird. They have like a teenage Xehanort as the bad guy.
Okay.
I'm just like, does Xehanort always fucking get younger? And like, he started off as an old man, then he became Terra, now he's a teen. I'm like, what?
That's true. He does. Yeah, Benjamin Button effect on him.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, is he gonna like, I'll fucking steals a fucking baby's heart next? I'm done.
That's true.
Because it gets to the point that you go to sleeping worlds, you do the the world, you do like, there's like worlds that we never seen before, like Jesus, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. That was like a gift right there.
Okay,
Hunchback of Notre Dame and Kingdom Hearts was amazing.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
What I loved about that game though, Rex, you do one world, you play as Riku and Sora. You do one world as Sora, and then you play as Riku in the same world. But it's kind of like Birth by Sleep. It's like, oh, that's how it makes sense.
Okay, I
You
like
do
that.
the same, the same mechanics as Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
You get to you get to go to the world that never was in the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, because that world is in a dream now. Because after Kingdom Hearts 2, there was no point to that world,
Yeah.
so it went into a dream.
Right.
But you discover that Xehanort was recreating Organization 13. He wanted to do 13 Xehanorts. Like, he wanted to put his heart in 13 people to recreate the 13 darknesses to create the Keyblade. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, so first, like, the first time you only needed Van and Vanitas Keyblade. Now
Mhm.
you need 13 darknesses and 7 lights to recreate the Keyblade War. I was just like, all right.
Right.
But then I was just like, because he got 13 darknesses and he wanted to make Sora the 13th one because he knew how to wield a Keyblade.
Yep. Okay.
And Sora's dumbass almost got into darkness in that game.
Sora always almost goes to darkness. Well,
Yeah, but you know what made it though? Like, they did the whole Inception thing. They did the dream within a dream, since they were already in the dream doing the test.
okay.
Sora, with the dream within the dream, he learned about Terraven and Aqua. He learned about Shion. He finally got to talk to Naminé and thank her and all that shit. You know how in Kingdom Hearts it says thank Naminé. He finally thanked Naminé.
Okay.
But he got to learn, Roxas talks to Sora like Roxas has his own body, and he was like, "It has to be you. You're the only one that could bring us back."
Mhm. Yep.
I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I'm like, okay, like Sora knows about Terran and Aqua, Shion, Roxas. He already knew about Roxas, but he learned that it's up to him to save everybody.
Right.
I was just, I was just like, okay, but Riku is trying to wake up Sora because he's being sucked into darkness, and Riku's the real MVP of Dream Drop Distance, Rex.
Okay.
At the Riku won me over
Riku did. Yeah.
because it got to the point, Rex, that this game has gotten so like really complicated, and that's why like I feel like I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. The
Because the
story.
young Zaya, the story is so like in 50 million directions, but it somehow kind of makes sense. You think it makes sense.
Yeah. You would
Remember
think.
the young teenage Xehanort that I told you about, the teenage one?
Yes. Okay.
There's another Xehanort that time traveled to the first game.
Of course he did.
I'm just like, why are y'all doing time travel now?
Well,
I'm like, don't. It's already confusing. Now you're adding time travel to this shit.
yeah. So he could have stopped it or helped progress it.
I'm just like, okay. You remember in Kingdom Hearts 1, the the brown paper bag guy that said, this world has been connected. You
Yes.
know?
Yeah. Is that him?
That was one. That was one Xehanort. That
Oh.
was a Xehanort. That was just kind of like the whole Terra heart armor thing. It was just basically a cloak with Xehanort's heart, and he interacted with his younger self
That's so
in the
weird.
past to be at Destiny Islands. At this point, I'm just like, what?
Right. That's really weird.
Because the teenage Xehanort was the one that caused Storm in the first game in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
to make Sora and Riku and the others leave the island.
Yeah, force them out. Okay.
I'm just like, oh my god, you guys are fucking doing the storm from the first game on how they got to Traverse Town. I'm like, it was a young Xehanort that did that.
Of
I'm
course
like,
it was.
okay.
Who else would it be?
I'm just like at this point I'm trying to roll with it. I know I might miss some stuff, Rex, that I might not remember because I played this like last year.
Oh, it's no problem. No problem. You ready to move on to
But I know there's time travel involved. And for some reason, shit just like it just gets weirder. I'm just like Xehanort is trying to recreate Organization 13, which you see in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for some reason, this is where the fan armor comes in. Lee saves Sora and Riku
Okay.
from Organization 13, from Xehanort.
Right.
I'm just like Lee or Axel, Axel saves him.
Yeah, it's Axel.
But he's Lee, but they were like, Axel, what are you doing here? Lee, Axel, just call me Axel.
Right.
I'm just like, okay, that shit happens, but whenever they wake up in the real world, Sora and Riku, Sora doesn't wake up because he's like in the same thing Van was. His heart wasn't there.
Okay.
To the dream world to get Sora back. And he saved Sora, because main character shit,
Yeah, Sora can't go, not yet.
Yeah, Sora can't go because
Yeah.
it's Sora.
Who else?
He can't kill off.
Who else are you gonna play as?
I'm like, you gotta play as Sora's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
So that's where Riku sees like all the memories that Sora saw, and he knows what Sora saw. Like Roxas, Terra, Van Aqua, and Shion and all that shit. I'm just like, okay, cool. Riku fights young Xehanort. He defeats him because he ain't gonna die.
Right.
And then like Axel is fighting Seijexs because he's in Organization 13 again. Because he's a Xehanort. He gave his heart to Xehanort.
Mm-hmm.
And like other people, but we don't know who they are yet. I know one of them is Zigbar, the guy with the guns.
Okay. That's one of them.
Zigbar, the guy with the guns, he's part of the new Organization 13.
Okay, so all right, that's cool.
The Xehanort is recreated, it's a Organization 13 off there in the background. But Riku saved Sora from his stupid going into darkness shit.
Yeah.
Jensen says it's like, okay, you guys did the Mark of Mastery exam. I wasn't planning on, Xehanort getting involved, but I calculated the results and Sora failed the Sora's not a Keyblade master. He failed the test.
Of course he did.
Sora failed.
He got lucky to become a Keyblade. It should have been Riku.
Yeah, Riku passed because he was the one that he didn't give himself the darkness.
Yep. Yeah, it makes sense.
But they're not gonna reveal his Keyblade until Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, he'll probably get it last minute.
Yeah, but Sora still keeps his Keyblade because he wants to prove himself again.
Yeah.
And that's where they like reveal Kyrie's Queen of Light, so that's why she can wield a Keyblade. And this is where the fan armor comes in, Rex. Remember the fan armor I told you for Axel?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the fan armor for Axel.
Yeah.
Whenever nobodies die, they go back to their human form. So in Dream Drop Distance, Axel is already back to his human form, which is Lee, but they still call him Axel. And he says, I want to help out some of my friends that that I have from my memories.
Oh wow! So so he remembers everything.
He kind of remembers like people that he cared for, but he doesn't remember who.
Okay.
he kind of remembers Roxas and Shion and like Ven when they interacted in Birth by Sleep. And this is where like the biggest ass pull in Kingdom Hearts history.
Okay.
They give, you know, he was like, Axel's all like, oh, I want to learn how to wield Keyblade. And like, you want to, like, everybody's all shocked, like Donald, Goofy, Sora, Rico, like, you want to learn how to wield a Keyblade? It's like, but you were a nobody. You lost your heart and shit. And he
Right.
was like, I'm back to human, so I think I could wield one. And he gets a Keyblade, like, he just like flicks his hand. I'm like, I don't know. I thought you just did this shit. Like he flicks his hand and he got a Keyblade.
They just
I'm
kind of
like,
gave him a Keyblade.
yeah, then like I'm like, okay, I
Dang,
can get a Keyblade.
that's crazy. They just gave him.
I don't know if the person watching my stream that asked the question earlier about like how do you get a Keyblade? Apparently you have to have a pure light, but then like got to the fact it's like, oh, you know, all you gotta do is have a good heart and like believe in yourself. You get but like it's like a Oprah thing. You get a Keyblade. You get a Keyblade. Everybody gets a Keyblade.
That's right. Yep.
Like that's the gist of it, Rex.
All right.
Old Xehanort is back, and he's recreating Organization 13.
Okay. So that's gonna go into Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
All
Apparently,
right.
until they came out with 2.8.
Right. All right.
Because 2.8, yeah, 2.8 is like, it's like one of those games short, 3 hours, like a prologue type of thing.
Okay.
Because like you play as Aqua in that one, but in Aqua's story, she was the one that kind of set the events for everything. Because she sacrificed herself to go into the realm of darkness to save Terra's body that was possessed by Xehanort. So Aqua is the main person on why Kingdom Hearts is possible. She saved Terra to put herself in darkness because Terra, Xehanort, and Aqua fought.
Oh wow.
He did
Okay.
Terra Xehanort. And that's where she sends they fought in Radiant Garden, slash Hollow Bastion, right?
Yeah. Okay.
She sends Terra possessed by Xehanort back to Radiant Garden, and she stays in the realm of darkness.
Okay.
And that's where the science answer finds Xehanort, Terra Xehanort's unconscious body, and that's where the events that happened during the prequel to like Terra Xehanort taking over Ansem and making the nobodies.
Okay.
I don't know that she basically sacrificed her life to save Terra, and
Yeah.
Terra, who's possessed by Xehanort, found Ansem, and that's where the whole apprentice scientist thing happened. To study the heart happened.
Right. Okay.
And then 2.8, which came out last year on PS4.
Huh.
You play as Aqua in the realm of darkness.
Okay.
Which was pretty interesting because they actually made that shit fit. Because you're in the realm of darkness, you go to the other worlds that were darkness, and eventually you run into Mickey. I'm like, why is Mickey in the realm of darkness?
That's so weird. Yeah.
I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, roll with it, do the story. But at that point, Aqua's been in the realm of darkness for years. Okay. That Kingdom Hearts 1 was happening at that point when we're playing 2.8.
Right.
Which is weird, I know. But you get to see, she starts like seeing Van and Terra. It's the Xehanort is using like Aqua's memories to like fool, because Xehanort's trying to find Van, because he needs Van to recreate the Keyblade with Vanitas, but we didn't even know Vanitas was alive at that point until the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
Okay.
And I'm just throwing so much shit at you, right?
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into Kingdom Hearts. All right.
I don't even know if I'm explaining it right. For me, it makes sense, like the order I played it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. You're fine. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it short, bro.
yeah,
You know, you do the Realm of Darkness with Aqua. You're with Mickey. Somehow you go to Destiny Island whenever it got sucked into darkness in the first game. Door
okay.
that couldn't open.
Yeah,
They somehow opened that bitch,
of course
and
they
that's
did.
where Mickey gets the golden keyblade.
It was behind that door. I've always wondered what was behind that door.
It was the golden keyblade that Mickey has.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I was just like, okay, that makes sense. And
Yeah.
now they go to the realm of dark. You know, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, where Mickey shows up with the golden keyblade and they lock the door,
Yes.
and Sora and Riku are on opposite sides.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if you remember. Yeah. Aqua was behind that door the whole time.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Didn't know because as the Aqua had the chance to escape with Sora, but she was fighting off Heartless that dragged her back into Destiny Island, which closed her off from the door. So that's why she's still in the realm of darkness.
Okay.
She sacrificed herself just to let Riku and Sora close the door. But she's still alive out there in the realm of darkness.
Okay, she's probably still fighting Heartless.
Yeah, so that's where Kingdom Hearts 3 comes into play. Because, you know, in the trailers, you see Riku and Mickey together, and Xian sends them to the realm of darkness to find Aqua. And, you know, in the trailers, you see Sora, Donald, and Goofy in Olympus Coliseum training.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and then Kyrie has a Keyblade and Axel has a Keyblade, and they're training with Merlin the wizard with the key to learn how to wield the Keyblade. So that's where Kingdom Hearts 3 starts from there.
Okay.
So basically, Kingdom Hearts 3 so far
Uh,
is trying to destroy Xehanort for reals.
yeah, they gotta
If they
stop
do.
him. Yeah, definitely have to stop him.
I feel like how long was I talking for? Like an hour?
Easily an hour. We're at 2 hours.
Shit.
We're at 2 hours right now. Yeah. So
Holy shit.
you want to go on to?
Damn, Nomura. Holy shit. Kingdom Hearts took me 2 hours to explain. Well, not really, because we talked for a bit, and then I probably took over like halfway.
Yeah, and you could even talk more if you wanted to, which is the crazy thing. But you want to move on to
Yeah.
like Kingdom Hearts 3 talk?
Yeah, but just give me 1 sec, bro. Let me take a.
Yeah, man, go take a break.
That's what I hate about drinking and streaming at the same time. It's the leaks.
Yep. All right.
Just give me like 1 or 2 minutes.
Yep, we'll be RB.
Alrighty, bro. I'm back.
All right, you're back. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I forgot something, Rex.
What's that?
On the you know how I told you 2.8, right?
Yeah.
They released a 50 something minute movie along with it.
Okay. Of course they did.
So I'm gonna do that one real quick. It's
Okay.
basically it's a prequel to the fucking prequel. It's like the origins before the Keyblade War. It's like there's 5 unions. They have some guy called the Master of Masters,
Dang.
and he has 6 apprentices, and he gives some guy named Lushu a Keyblade, which is Xehanort's Keyblade, and he says, "This Keyblade has my eye in it." You know how there's some Keyblades that have eyes in it?
Okay.
It's the Master of Masters seeing stuff after he dies. So, he wrote the Book of Prophecies, which already predicted all the shit that's happened so far in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and
Oh
Birth by
wow.
Sleep and shit. Like, he already predicted that.
Yeah.
So, his apprentice Lushu is like, he's like, you're going to pass on this Keyblade to an apprentice, and he'll pass it on to an apprentice. And I feel like since it's Xehanort's Keyblade, Xehanort got it somewhere along the line.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But the 5 unions, they all like the Master and Master tell them like, oh, there's 5 of y'all. Y'all have unions, and like your own, army and shit. One of y'all is the traitor, and that's where the Keyblade War happened.
Okay.
But the Master and Masters, he says like, my body's gonna disappear, so he disappears. It's like, blah, right?
Right.
Like he just disappears, and the unions are there for themselves. They all like don't trust each other because he told them it's like one of them was a traitor, so they all don't trust each other, and that's basically the story of the Keyblade War.
Okay. Okay.
It's like that's like you can actually search up the movie on YouTube. Right?
I probably will look that up. I didn't know there was one.
Somebody,
So yeah, I'll
yeah,
check it out.
yeah, yeah. It's like 50 something minutes, but it really doesn't explain a lot. It's like an origin.
Yeah, just a little throwback story. Okay.
Well, it's actually called Kingdom Hearts backstory.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will have to check that one out.
Jesus. I know, but give me 1 second, Rex. My mom needs me to do something real quick.
Yeah. Yep, no problem.
And then we'll get to the Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff like we promised.
All right.
All right, I'm back, Rex. That was real quick.
No worries.
Because I'm her IT guy. I'm like her person.
Personal IT person, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm young. I know smart and shit. But let's get on to the Kingdom Hearts 3 shit, because I know you had some questions for me.
Okay. Yeah, man. The first one I got for you is will Kairi and Riku be playable characters, you think?
But the way, like what I've told you earlier, that Merlin is training Lee and Kairi
Yeah.
to learn how to wield the Keyblade, and the way, and whenever they did that trailer for the song for Kingdom Hearts 3, it showed Riku and Mickey in the Realm of Darkness. I believe Riku is going to be playable, and Mickey will be your party member to rescue Aqua in the Realm of Darkness.
Yeah.
That's my Riku playable character.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think you said that.
the Kairi one, I hope she's playable, because there's no way they would give her a Keyblade for her not to be playable. It's like I could see them being like the Rox's intro. It's like they're learning how to wield the Keyblade, Kairi and Axel. So they would be good for intro game for tutorials.
Yeah, I completely agree.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Even if
it's like
maybe give her a
because
DLC.
It could be, but for me, they gave Kyrie a Keyblade and because of Aqua, but then like Lee got a Keyblade because plot convenience for Roxas and Shion. It's like you wouldn't give Axel a freaking Keyblade or Lee for the people that are going to be politically correct and call him Lee.
Right.
It's like you wouldn't give them a Keyblade for nothing. It's like there will be good tutorial levels, or unless Sora, Donald, and Goofy at Olympus Coliseum is a tutorial level. But my guess, Kyrie and Axel, they had to be the intro tutorial levels for them to be playable.
Yeah, I agree with the Kyrie as well. What world are you looking forward to the most? Like
Straight up,
what world have you seen so far that you're looking forward to, and then what world do you want to be in the game that you haven't seen?
all right, because the world I'm looking forward to is Toy Story, because that's childhood right there.
Yeah, Toy Story.
Yeah, because I saw the trilogy, the first three movies. I cried in the end of three because if people that saw it, whenever they were about to get melted and shit, you felt that shit because that was your childhood. They were about to get melted, but they got saved.
Yeah, yeah,
But Toy Story because childhood nostalgia. But
right.
if I want a world in Kingdom Hearts 3
Yep.
with Disney buying like freaking Marvel and Lucasfilm,
Okay.
like I know it's a long shot. I want a freaking Star Wars world.
I actually
I want
think
a
the
I
same.
want I want a lightsaber keyblade.
I say the same. Star Wars. Actually, we got the same. Toy Story and Star Wars. When I saw the trailer with Toy Story, I looked at my wife and I'm like, "That's why I'm buying this game." I've waited 2 games for Toy Story, and then yes,
For,
Star Wars would be cool for sure.
but I don't
I don't
even though
see
I
it.
don't see it happening because
There's no
they
way.
recently bought Lucasfilm in the last 5 years,
Yeah.
and Kingdom Hearts started development in 2012 before they bought Lucasfilm. So I doubt it.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna have a Marvel
But
or Star Wars.
yeah, but for me being Mexican Rex, I recently saw with Coco coming out within the last year,
Okay.
I want Coco to be in the freaking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mine's a
Like
Bug's Life. I would want Bug's Life.
I believe, with me being Mexican, I want Coco in it. I want it to be the new Atlantica. I want that shit to be the singing stage because I'm Mexican. I want to sing me some Spanish.
Yeah, I've not seen Coco, but yeah, man, that's cool. I'm sure they might put something in it. You never know.
DLC, I don't care. I don't even care.
That could be a DLC bundle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. A couple extra planets. That could be one.
That would be sweet.
Yeah. What side character
And
are
any
you
other
looking
question?
forward to play?
Like the game in general, or like what am I like looking forward to, like gameplay wise?
Well, no, just what side character are you hoping to use in the new game
Like
that you haven't used before?
I wanna see if they bring back like how in Kingdom Hearts 2 people had combos and stuff. Like
Yeah.
you did like a limit attack with like Jack Sparrow and like the Beast and stuff like that. I
Uh-huh.
want them to bring that back, and I want to do something with Woody and Buzz, or like with the Tangled people, or something like that.
For me it's Big Hero 10. I want kind of what you said, the combo system with the Big Hero, the robot dude. That would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like that's what I'm looking forward to. Like with like the characters within each world, I want to see like obviously drive forms are coming back. I want to see like combo attacks with like that world specific character. Like I want them to have like how they're doing like 5 characters now in the same party at the same time.
Okay.
I want them to have like a limit with Buzz, a limit with Woody, and I want them to do like a whole party limit break combo type deal.
Kind of what they used to do with like the little stamps on the ground where they would all jump up and money flies out, but instead it'd be a group attack. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, like something like that.
Yep. Yeah, that would be pretty neat.
It would be, bro. It would be. That's why, like with Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't know what to expect. Even though we've seen a couple of trailers,
Yeah, yeah.
we still don't know what. Like we know what the story is
Hmm.
because with the subtitles and all that, Sora's trying to find a way to bring back Roxas, and then you see Xemnas and Ansem, which is like, oh, they're like the new Organization 13, because the whole young Xehanort and the time travel shit.
Right, right. What summoning are you looking forward to, if any summonings at all?
they go away from the Disney summons, I want to see like an actual fantasy like Bahamut or something, you know? Like,
Really?
don't give me like
I,
Yo summon or like
I don't think we'll get that.
I doubt it, but if I were to guess like a Disney movie to have a summon for,
Mhm.
like it's a hard because you know they've done like a bunch of summons.
I think they could do Bug's Life summon. They could definitely enter it.
They could,
Yeah.
you know, like you know, for example, you know, you have Tori, but it would be sweet to get like you know like Mr. Potato Head or Jesse to be like you know like
Summon
an assist,
the
yeah,
rat,
like
the
a summon.
Rex. That would be cool. Yeah, for sure. I'm not really big on the summons in Kingdom Hearts. They never really were too useful.
Even like I didn't use them, but I like to see what they just put in there just for the hell of it. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, they added Simba in Kingdom Hearts One. That's pretty cool. I'm
right.
gonna use it. Let me see how it looks like. I'm just like, let me see how it looks like, and I'll never use it again.
Yeah, like the Chicken Little one. Nobody used him.
Uh, like I'll just use the summons once just to see how they work, and
Yeah,
I'll never use them again.
that. I was the same way. Let's see here.
Yeah,
Do you think
not
any
a
of
summon
the
guy.
Do you think any of the main characters are gonna die? Riku, Sora, or Kairi?
Like if it was just a Square Enix Disney part of it,
I know. Yeah, if it's not Disney, yeah,
like if it like would it be Disney? Nobody's gonna die, but if if it was like a Square Enix game solely, I could see somebody like Sora giving up his life to bring back like everybody else.
that's what I think's gonna happen. It's gonna be Sora or Riku.
Or Riku.
Yep, it'll be Sora or Riku. Let's see. We all know Sora and Kairi's gonna eventually get back together in the same area. Do you think they'll eventually become the it couple?
It was Sora and Kyrie.
Yeah, yeah,
They kind of teased it in the second one because you know you kind of know he loves Sora, but Sora doesn't see it because he's an idiot.
you're right. Yep. But now he's like 20 something years old. He has to be into it now.
Yeah, he would be true, but even though he's still like 15 because timeline.
Right.
But I feel like they might do it because you know it's like that's what fans want. It's like oh we know they dig each other, and you know Riku doesn't give a crap about love.
No, Riku doesn't care. Then,
If they do it, they do it. If they don't, I don't know. There'll be riots.
yeah. And finally, is this the end to the series? The final game?
I read an article years ago that they're saying that 3 was gonna end the Xehanort saga, and then they were gonna do like another saga. Like
Oh,
I don't
man.
know what it's gonna consist of, or they're gonna do like, oh, it's still gonna be in the same universe, but it'll be like a different character or something.
Okay. I'm hoping this is it. I'm hoping this will be the final game. They'll end it. Everybody goes on
I hope so.
and lives peacefully because I'm tired of waiting 10 years. I don't want to wait another 10 years for Kingdom Hearts 4. You know?
Like if see, we already waited 13.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, this will be the last question, right? Because I really gotta get something to eat because I haven't had dinner yet.
Hey,
But you know,
that
for
was it
me,
for me, so
all right. So, oh, that's the last question. That's good timing right there.
that was.
For me, if like for me, like you know, Kingdom Hearts has had a 13-year wait. I don't know if that's ironically because Organization 13 and there's been a 13-year gap between 2 and 3. If that's an Easter egg, but
No, it
if
could be.
if they answer all the stuff in 3, I'll be happy if it ends there.
Yeah, I'll be happy if it
But
ends.
if it ends, if
Yeah.
it ends, it ends. If it doesn't, we gotta wait 20 years for 4.
We'll be too old, man. We'll be too old.
The question is, like, will I already like? I'll probably be married. I'll probably be a grandpa.
I'm already
Or,
married, so I'll be really old. And hopefully, I'll still be playing video games.
Alrighty, like, well, basically the questions that they were asking me on my, basically what you asked me, like, what am I looking forward to?
Yeah, I had a
You
whole
know,
list
like,
of questions that
what do you think is gonna,
were basic
yeah, that you
questions,
asked
so I
the
figured.
basic questions. We don't know a lot about the game.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts 3. It's all speculation right
All right,
now. All right, well, thank you so much, Mr. Seijexs. As always, I'm Rex Jess, and look forward to we might do some more of these.
alrighty. And for the people on Regis' stream, it's been an honor to be on Regis' channel. And for the people on my stream, I'll leave a link for Regis' Twitch channel and Twitter if you guys want to give him a follow.
Thank you so
And I'll probably be
much.
posting that on my Twitter page right now.
Yeah, I've done the same, so thank you, man.
And hopefully, no problem. It was an honor. It was, first podcast. I don't know what to expect, but 2.5 hours. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's not bad, huh? All right.
All right.
Take care,
All
man.
right, bro. Thank you for the honor, bro.
You too. Thank you. See ya.
All right. I'll see you guys on the next stream. All right. I'll be